Hi everybody, welcome back to my cooking video. I'm going to make honey glazed sweet potatoes, and I'm going to use both the regular orange sweet potatoes and I'm going to use purple sweet potatoes just to make it look really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel and slice into rounds, and then I'm going to put in a baking dish, and then I will show you the next steps. Okay, so here I peeled them, and much to my consternation, the purple sweet potato is not purple inside, and that kind of disappointed me because I bought regular purple potatoes and they were purple inside. I was kind of hoping to have actual purple potatoes. That's okay. So I'm just going to cut these up into rounds. I'll do it this way. Show you. Not too thin, about half an inch thick, about that thick. That's a good size. Okay, so you do this for both potatoes, and I'll be back when I put them in the baking dish. So what I do is I alternate between the two, between the white and the orange. And it doesn't matter, I'm going to stir them all up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's in place to get rid of that. So now I'm going to add the next ingredients. Now the next ingredients, I add butter, honey, and lemon juice. That's simply it. So let me do that now. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon. I'm going to add a tablespoon just to make it a little bit more flavorful. Oh. Hold on, I'll be back. I have to do this in a saucepan. Just 1 second. Okay, so I have 3 tablespoons of butter. I put 6 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of lemon. So I'm just going to stir that up till it melts, and then I will pour that into the potato mixture, and then I will put that in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Okay, so my butter sauce is melted, so I just come over here and I just pour it onto the sweet potatoes. Just try to coat it evenly. And I might make some more because there's a lot of potatoes in there. And then it says to just toss the potatoes. So let me put this on pause for a second. Okay, so I'm just going to toss the potatoes. Make sure that that mixture gets all the way to the bottom. Not a big fan of honey, but it does smell really good. Fall on the counter. Hope none of them fall on the floor. Make sure that it all gets over all of the potatoes evenly. Doing this by hand is the best way. That way you know everything gets coated evenly, and just wash your hands afterward. Okay, so it looks like everything's nicely coated. So I'm just going to do a quick hand wash, and I'll be back with the next steps. Okay, next step is to put some salt and pepper. I'm also going to put a little bit of paprika because I love paprika. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, then I'm going to put that in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. Okay, so while I am waiting for the potatoes to cook, I'm going to chop up the garlic for my garlic mushrooms that I'm doing. So it calls for 4 cloves of garlic. Let me put this up here so you can see it better. There. So it calls for 4 cloves of diced garlic. So what you do is I'm going to put about 5, that way it's nice and garlicky. And garlic's good for you. So to easily peel the garlic, you just press down with a knife, just kind of crack it. And that'll loosen the skin. So that when you go to peel it, the peel will just come right off. Peel just comes right off. So you just do that for all of them, and then you just chop it up finely into a nice dice. And I'll show you with these two. And just hold on to the top of the knife and I'll let the knife do the work. It doesn't take very long, and you get a nice little dice. And just keep going over until it's into a small enough dice. And then just let the knife do the work. And there, I have a nice little dice with those cloves of garlic. So I'll do the rest, and then I'll get everything else ready for this recipe. Okay, so the next step, heat up 3 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of oil in a skillet. Once that's going, add the onions and saute until the onions are nice and translucent. And it seems like a lot of butter, but I'm going to be adding mushrooms. So that'll take up a lot of the moisture as well. Okay, so these are cooking, and I'm going to add the mushrooms in a minute. Okay, so the mushrooms are ready. The onions are ready. So it's now time to add the mushrooms. And I usually So you just cook these until they are nice and golden brown. I think I might add a few more mushrooms. Doesn't seem like a lot. Go. That's better. So we just saute these until the mushrooms are nice and golden. And then I will add the next step of adding the garlic to it. So while the mushrooms are cooking, I'm going to stir the sweet potatoes. Just stir them every so often. Make sure that they're all getting the glaze on them. And then once they're all mixed up again, I will put them back in the oven. Okay, so the mushrooms are ready. So the next step is to add a tablespoon of dry white wine, or 2 tablespoons, but I don't have that, but you can use sherry. So it has some sherry. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that. some thyme. And I'm going to add some fresh parsley, or dried parsley, I should say. Mix that in. Now it's time to add the garlic. Stir that in. And just let that saute. I'm going to turn it down to low. I'm going to let that saute so the garlic cooks in and gives all the flavor. And I'm going to make 2 more batches of this. But that's how we make the garlic mushrooms.